This is the endstop electronics, which is mainly to interface with these guys, which need to run off 12 volts. When you bring a piece of steel in, they'll trigger to detect the end stops basically without having to touch anything. And they're all wired up to these aviation plugs. The x-axis has its own 4-pin, and a couple of 6-pins are used. So you've got 12 volts in ground and 4 signal wires, giving a total of 10 signals coming in. A moderate amount of hot glue on the inside is holding things together. These are bidirectional level shifters, so it's a bit of a waste using them on this, but $10 worth of stuff. So it takes all of those signals and has a bunch of RGB LEDs, the WS type ones on the inside. And on the outside triggers either red or blue depending on if it's high or low. So you can see whether or not any of the end stops are in motion. It turned out to be quite handy having these lights on there because you can run the board off 12 volts and you don't need any USB connection or anything else, and you can sort of see when the board thinks things are triggered. Plus I found once you wire these guys up onto the CNC itself, and you want to, for testing, you want to see if it's triggered, this light here becomes very hard to be able to see, whereas if you have the box you can obviously easily see if it thinks that it's triggered. So the output for that, I'm using one of the analog pins there to drive this whole LED strip, and these 4 wires here are X, Y, Z minimum muxed output, which I'm reusing a USB breakout which is not USB on the back.